Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Carlos, and yo, check it out. AT&T was really awesome enough to send me out a Nexus 6 for review. So this is the review of this Google Android device. I know it's been a year since the Nexus 6 was announced, and in the tech space this could mean a lot of decades have passed by because every single month there's brand new devices coming out. Anyways, with the recent update to Marshmallow Android 6.0, the Nexus 6 gets a brand new fresh breath of life. Anyways, this changes the overall performance of it, so let's find out how it does. Under the hood, it's sporting a Qualcomm Snapdragon 805 CPU, 3GB of RAM, and Adreno GPU, plenty of power for everyday needs. It crushes through apps like a beast, well, sometimes. There is a bit of delay in some apps to open, especially Snapchat. It takes it a while to start up. It's not as fast and fluid as opening up Instagram, Phoenix, Pocket Cast, or any other app. It does take it a while with other demanding apps too, but multitasking between apps, there isn't any lag at all. It's nice and fluid. So you can probably tell this is one giant device. It's really huge. It's rocking a 5.95 inch AMOLED display with a 1440p resolution. One thing I can tell you though is that it's sharp as heck. Text looks really crispy as well as images. The colors of the display are just a tad bit oversaturated, but it's a look that I personally like. It's not overdone at all. It makes the colors pop. One thing that I do love is the ambient display. It lightly dims the display, showing you the time and a couple notifications. It's a great feature, especially if you're just lightly checking the phone for a notification or just to see the time. It won't hurt your eyes with the bright display in the night. Now, the overall phone is built of a hard plastic material. Not really a premium design on the Nexus, but it's built tough. I dropped it a couple times and there isn't any scratches at all on it. It's taking quite a beating. And now on the back, it has a slight curve to it with a tiny small dimple on it with the Motorola logo where you can easily place your finger, and the curve makes it so you can easily wrap your hand around it. The big downside though is that it takes you a while to get used to this massive phone. If you pick up another phone while using the Nexus 6, the phone is going to feel like a little small children's toy phone. This is the side effect that the Nexus 6 gives you. Another thing that is a huge selling point is the dual front-facing speakers. It really changes your experience in consuming media. It's simply the best feature any manufacturer can add to a phone to give you a better experience, and Motorola has simply done that. So the Nexus 6 is sporting a 13 megapixel rear camera with dual LED flash. So I feel since the recent update to Marshmallow, the camera takes a while to load up. And time is crucial sometimes when you're trying to capture that perfect shot when you need it really fast. Besides that, the camera is up to par with other smartphones. It's not the best and not the worst, but it's in between. In the low light area, the camera really struggles to capture an image and it creates a lot of noise. In daylight is the complete opposite. It's able to capture beautiful images, but it's lacking a bit of detail on some images. They don't look really sharp. The processing with the image isn't really that great, but viewing it on the phone, they look really good for some reason. But when you blow it up on the computer, it's a completely different story. One thing I did notice was that using HDR Plus versus not using it, it has a big advantage. Pretty much always leave on HDR Plus in order to get the best image possible. It does take it a while to process, but it's definitely worth it. So Marshmallow is the new operating system in the Nexus 6. It gives it a different experience. Visually, it still looks like Lollipop 5.0. But under the hood improvements make it faster. On the lock screen, you can now easily swipe up to open up Google Now, which is really convenient to access it faster. There's also the introduction of Google Now on tap. Let's say you're on Twitter and someone is talking about a specific product or a person and you want to search it up to find out what it is. Well, just hold down the home button and Google Now on tap launches and looks for those keywords, so you can easily search for them. You can also monitor how much RAM your phone is using via the settings menu without needing to install a third-party app to tell you this. They're just little minor tweaks in Marshmallow that make it a better overall experience. Last but not least, battery life on the Nexus 6 is really good considering it's a huge phone. They had to dump a big 3220 mAh battery and I got excellent battery life out of it. I was easily able to go above 12 hours on a single charge with it, which is really impressive. There was this one day where it lasted me a whole day of use with close to half battery life since I forgot to charge it, which is really good considering it's a huge phone with a huge battery. Even though the Nexus 6 is a year old, it's still one beast of a phone. Every now and then I see the device go on sale and it pretty much drops to a really low price, so it's really hard not to pick one up. And besides that, it's running on stock Android. The experience that Google wants you to feel when you're using a Nexus device, and plus it gets all the latest updates to Android really fast. Anyways guys, thanks for watching. This does it for this review of the Nexus 6. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and huge shout out again to AT&T for sending this device out for review. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to smack that like button and comment down below. Subscribe if you're a new viewer so you won't miss none of my videos. Anyways guys, I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.